Today we're talking about money because where there's no money, there's no business. And when the money slows or comes to a halt, well, the business slows and comes to a halt. And uh, this is one of those things that affects all of us. And I think um, for me, it's been the thing I've always wanted to talk about. But I've always had this uncertainty or this insecurity about my relationship with money. And there was a time in 2018 around October. I remember it very vividly. I was going through a money crisis, and it was odd because I was like I was like doing the best that I had done. Like I was at a high, but I was also at a low. It was like two things occurring at the same time that I didn't expect. And I remember saying to myself, "Yo, when you get out of this or when you figure this out, like money is the only thing that you should probably be talking about because before you got into business, before you got into the work world, like it's a it's affected your life. It's driven you. It's not unique to you. Um and so I've put that off. I've put this conversation off for a long time because I was skeptical of my own success. I was skeptical of my own beliefs. um, that's how skeptical I was. That I saw the proof and I saw the evidence, but then I had to find ways to poke at it. I had to like keep testing and keep finding out for myself. And what I discovered is that money flows according to belief. And I've known this for a long time, but because I wasn't comfortable in my own belief, I couldn't express it. And if you're wondering how that works, well, if you think about any time you take money out your pocket or you take out your card or you transact, maybe you're not thinking about it because you just know, but you believe that you're going to get what you expect in return. And when things become awkward or difficult, it's when someone is trying to get you to believe something that you just don't believe. And you're like, no, it's not for me. And what I found when I got into this online business world, um, that I felt like I was in this world of like uh, where it was like, oh man, everyone is like has their own doctrine. Basically, there's all these different doctrines and dogmas, and I was very skeptical and wary of being sucked into any particular doctrine or dogma around money or business or marketing that wasn't true to my core beliefs. Because I had been in that kind of a situation before where I was in worlds where the belief outside of me didn't reflect the belief inside of me. And so I couldn't express myself fully. And when it comes to business, I immediately got the sense that, man, in order to sell, you have to believe in what you're selling. And when you're going from a, a corporate environment to basically having to sell yourself in some kind of direct sales, you're selling your services at first, initially, you have to believe in your ability to deliver. You have to be you have to believe in you because you're the you're the thing that people are receiving when they're paying your money for the service. They're receiving your energy and your output and your skill set and all of the above. And so I remember, um this is like 10 years ago, one of my first clients, was a lawyer. He was running for he was running for like state senate or something. And they had brought me on to do like the website and the social media and the content. And like early in the campaign, they switched campaign managers, and the money that they were hoping to get from the state, they didn't get it. And so I had to like sit down and renegotiate with this new campaign manager what our deal was. And she was like, she looked at my rate and she was like, "What are you, a lawyer?" And I remember feeling like, man, I obviously, you know, don't look like I can justify this at the moment. I have no response. I don't know what to say. Um, but I guess one day I'll be able to, justify it. That was the thought I had in my mind. Like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'm sure. And so I haven't had anyone balk at my rate since then, which leads me to believe I should probably increase it, which I'm doing right now. But anyway, um, the point is that wherever you are in your money story relationship, pay attention to what you believe and your ability to express that belief, because money's going to flow in that direction no matter what you believe. And so I asked myself a question this morning. I said, not too long ago, I said, well, if you want money to flow to and through you, what is it that you have to believe? And the first thing that came to me was that you are a worthy steward. Now, obviously, for any belief, you need proof, rational, objective proof, and primal social proof. And so, if we break it down, okay, well, what is a steward? What does it mean to be worthy? What have you been a steward of, and what have you shown yourself to be a worthy steward of? What have your beliefs manifested for you, for the people that you love? How grateful are you for that? So this is a conversation that gonna keep having, um, because it's an important one, and it's been on my heart for a long time that once I got to my core, once I got clear that I wanted this for other people as well, because I don't know, there's no reason why. And to sum it up or to wrap it up, like whenever you have a desire that is outside of your current reality, or it's just like your day to day does not is not reflecting this thing that you have in your mind. There's something I call mindset alignment, where you have to project, you have to take on the identity of the version of you for whom that reality is real, is an everyday thing. And you have to ask yourself, okay, well, what is it about that version of me? Like, what does that version of me believe about myself that I don't believe yet? What have they overcome that I have yet to go through? What patterns, what habits have they formed that I am now in search of and I'm now putting into play? Because when you can align yourself with that version of yourself that exists in that reality that exists outside of your own right now in the present, then you have direction. There is a path for your light to flow. There is a channel. There is a direct line where when you get there, you can look back and say, yeah, that's where I started. That was my intention. That was my desire. And now I'm inside of it. And how do I know this? Because I've done it. And you've probably done it too. Because you then just get to where you were without some kind of thought, without some kind of idea. And occasionally, we go through different seasons where we maybe forget what got us to where we are. Maybe we forget the thoughts, the decisions that we made. But when you remember, you say, oh, okay, so I am the cause, and this is the effect. So I hope this serves you today. And I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.